well. I really hope you had a really like good Christmas and it was really nice and wonderful with your family and your friends. So yeah, it's your girl Ashna. I hope you're well and you're in the best health and you're doing really well and really like your good health and you're thriving to be the best you can be. Okay, so today I know it's been a while since I've actually had these talks. It's just been really super busy with Christmas around the corner and like going to family members' houses and places, cooking, cleaning, all that stuff. So it's just been all occupied. Literally I've been like lately been doing like vlogs. It's just been vlogs or like yeah, that's what's been actually occurring. So yeah, I also do want to talk about my tattoo and how that process was for me. So today's topic, I will be talking about the differences of an introvert and an extrovert. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, now we're gonna get into introvert. Introvert is a person and an individual who is more inclined and more driven towards their emotion and also their feelings. An extrovert is a person who is outgoing and is really good like with their social skills. Okay, now that I've described it, that's all the pros. That's the good stuff about being an introvert. Like introvert, like you're good with your feelings, you know yourself that well, like you're so good with your feelings and you know how to like express yourself and you can completely like be like, whoa, I know what I felt at that very moment. That's how soft, like that's the type of feeling that you'll get. And an extrovert, of the sides of it, that okay, you're in a social setting and you're just like the butterfly, like you're just so good with people, like you know what to say, you know all the words, you're like, I know what to say at this moment, like you're that like life of the party, like the extrovert. Okay, now that we considered like the pros of it and like the actual definition of what extrovert and introvert is, let's look at the cons of it. So the cons of being introvert is that you'll be more reserved. You'll be more towards yourself. Like you wouldn't, you'll be more within your comfort zone. You're like, oh no, I'm just gonna be in my comfort zone. Now, that's for an introvert. For extrovert, it's more gonna be like, yeah, I know all the answers. I know what to say. Like I'm that introvert. Like I know, like you'll make decisions like that, like just like that. Like for example, it'll be like it's on the same day and you'll be like, okay, let's go to the beach. Yeah, let's go today. Let's do that right now. Like let's go to the beach or go and hang out or go to that party like today, like right now. Now, making like a decision just as quick like that and going straight away, you wouldn't be able to pack everything on the same time and it's just gonna be, it can almost turn into a disaster too. Now, with life too, there could be stuff don't go as planned. Things don't go the way that you want it to go. You want it to go that way, however, it just doesn't. Like it's just all, it just gets all messed up. Now that's with life, like sometimes it'll be good and bad and you cannot do anything about that. Like, yeah, that's what like the introvert and the extrovert's pros and cons are. Now if you're like introvert, extrovert, I don't really go under these ones. And I'm sure you would know, like for the people, like the individuals, they'll be like, oh, I know what an extrovert and introvert is. I know that. However, if you're those people, you're like, I think I'm a little bit of the extrovert and I'm a little bit of the introvert too. I'm a bit of both. Now, that's a good thing too. Now you know what you're called? You come in the spectrum, like in the middle of the spectrum. You're right in the middle. So you know, like if you're good, like if you're the social party, you're good with like the social, but you like having your alone time, like you writing in your diary like about your feelings and emotions, and that makes you an introvert. Or for example, an extrovert, like you're at the party, you know, you've gathered a lot of friends and you want to tell about that really funny assignment they actually finished, and how that was, oh my gosh, they're like, that was such like that was such a process to finish that, but you finally finished your exams and now you can like chill and relax and you don't have to think about that too. So that is, my friends, an ambivert. So you're not either an introvert, you're not an introvert or extrovert, you're an ambivert. So you're able to adapt to situations, so you're able to adapt to a social setting, but you're also able to adapt to yourself. Like, you know yourself well, you know what you have to complete towards like the day, and you know like your duties, and you're like, you gotta, like for example, you gotta go and get your servicing done, your car servicing done, or you gotta go and you know, fix up one of like I don't know, one of the cupboard doors that is broken. You gotta fix that up too, man. Like, you know that you prompt to do that. So you would come into the middle category, into the ambivert, right? Okay, now let's go context. So now that I've talked about like the personality traits of an individual and how people's personalities are either an introvert or extrovert. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's just so much simple, introvert or extrovert. So thinking of the context of this peer review, I read a peer review and it was actually really interesting and quite informative of when I read this. It actually talked, it was informative because I thought it was informative because it talked about the social relationship. It also talked about the autonomy, so the autonomy and actions, and it also talked about just independence and autonomy. So that's what I really found was really interesting, and just really made me think about, wow, like like there's this article and it talks about that. So I was really driven towards that. Like, I really wanted to know more about this, so I went and read more about it. The context presence that was present at the time, it was talking about shyness, like shyness. And it was talking about how people who are shy, or whether or not it is affected, a person is shy because of their cultural factors, or whether or not if they are introvert or extrovert, is this all influence towards the person that they are. They don't like talk to each others, or you know, don't go out of their way to talk to each other because of that very reason. It's because of their personality or the way that they are. So that's what actually came about, that was really driven towards this article, and I wanted to read some more about this. So yeah, I was talking about the cultural factors and also talking about the values that was actually present at the time, which was really interesting. I got really interested by like finding such a pedagogy and ideology and finding out about this. Sample, actually, the participants that was there were actually 200 participants that was actually present in the studies, and this was taken in actually 5 different colleges. 5 different colleges. This was actually this was placed at this was at okay, so at these colleges there was a mixture of different cultures. So the cultures was 80% of Indians, 30% of Iranians, 30% of there was 30% of Maldives individuals, there's 30% of Africans and TRI. TRI are the people who actually who was born and brought up in India. So that's what the study was about. So yeah, it was TRI is people that was actually brought up and born and came from India. Now this study, for this very reason, the study was there to know whether or not your school studies are affected. Because you are so shy, is your school studies going to be affected or what? That's why they put it in a class. So they put it in 5 different categories, and they wanted to find out whether or not this would actually affect individual school studies or not, and they wanted to bring some acceptance towards their school studies, and this was also for educational purposes too. The result was that no, actually your studies will not be affected if you are shy. Your studies are not going to get affected because it's kind of like, and it's not going to be influenced by your cultural factors or your values and your principles. It's simply purely how hard you work towards a certain subject and how much you actually thrive to be better at that certain subject. So that is actually determined by that. It was really fascinating and very interested, and it got me thinking. I had like a moment, and it got me thinking that, oh my gosh, anything is possible. You don't have to limit yourself whether or not if you're introvert or extrovert. You just gotta be yourself, like be your happy self, conduct yourself well, be at places at time, do the best you can do, and if people can accept you, then that's great, and if they cannot, then I cannot do anything about it, man. Like, how am I gonna manage around that? So that's what I'm trying to say, is that be unapologetic, be proud of the person you are. You are the person you are today. Like, just be proud of it. Like, wear it like a crown. Like, wear that crown like you're someone in the world. Development is honestly endless. You can be improving yourself. Don't let anyone dim your lights, because you know your worth, and you know how what your worth is. Also gonna be showing a video now of my tattoo. I've actually got a tattoo done. So I got my tattoo done. Finally got it done. I wanted to get this done for a while, and yeah, I was just going back and forward, and yeah, just waiting to get it done, and I finally got it done. Yeah, it's good. It's like a liner, but it's got like a crown there. It's like fearless, but because this year I feel like it was a year for me, like to express myself and be myself more, rather than try to follow the crowd all the time. Just do my own thing and do my own lingo, and not be like so apologetic about that, which I have been like throughout my whole life, which is pretty deep. But yeah, anywho, yeah, so this time, yeah, I feel really, yeah, that's the reason that I actually decided to actually get this tattoo done, because I think it represents me really well, and yeah, it just shows that, yeah, just be fearless and always listen to your heart, and whatever you do in life, just always listen to your heart, and you'll always get through anything in life, for sure. When you call my name, got stars in my eyes.